Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. I'm going to show you today how to make a loom out of just a wooden picture frame and some nails. It's a really great way, nice cheap way of testing out whether you want to persevere with weaving or not before investing in bigger and better equipment. And really the results that you get from weaving on a homemade loom like this are very similar on this scale to something that you'd get from buying a ready-made frame loom. Ideally you want a slightly thicker frame than I've got here, but having said that, the nails haven't split the frame, so it's been all right, but I had to be quite careful with them. This is the first of a series of shorter, sort of bite-sized videos that I'm going to give you to help you get weaving nice and quickly. I am working on a much more comprehensive introduction to frame loom weaving workshop that will be available online within the next couple of months, but it's taking a bit longer than I thought, and I really want to get it right for you, and it's going to be absolutely packed full of everything that I know about frame loom weaving. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll be giving you these shorter videos to give you some ideas and to get you weaving nice and quickly. So any questions you've got, just give me a shout in the comments below on Facebook, Instagram, or through the contact form on our website. Materials you'll need to make your frame loom are firstly a wooden picture frame. Ideally you want it to be slightly deeper than this one is, but this is what I had to hand, so I'm going to give it a go. The reason you want it deeper is that you're going to be hammering 2 lines of nails in along the top, and I'm worried that that's going to split, but we'll see what happens. You'll also need some picture nails. You'll need more than this, but ideally they're going to have a head on them, not too big, but a little head on them to stop the threads from pinging up over the top. It's not essential though, so if you've only got the straight ones, that's absolutely fine. You'll also need a hammer, a ruler. I work in inches, but you could do it in centimetres, and also a pencil. The cutting mat is really just here to help me keep everything in frame, and also it's quite useful to stop things from slipping around if you've got a slightly more slippery surface. I'm going to start by turning it portrait, and I'm just going to mark along the edge here. And then you're going to measure 1/2 inch in from that line. And then just draw that down as well. The next thing we're going to do is draw 2 parallel lines along here, about 1/4 inch apart. Ideally, with a bigger frame, you'd want to set them back about 1/2 inch from the edge of the frame, but I don't have that luxury, so I'm going to kind of guess. I'm going to just check what 1/4 inch looks like, and I'm just going to pop them in around about there, and then I'm just going to do it by eye, and I'm going to draw those 2 lines in. Let's get that one in there. I'm now going to mark along this first line that I drew here. I'm going to mark every 1/2 inch all the way along. Now along this second line, I want to stagger it, so the second row of nails is going to be sitting in between the spacing of the first row. So I'm just going to start 1/4 of an inch in, and then I'm going to measure 1/2 an inch all the way along there again, and they'll end up slap bang in the middle. We're now going to turn it round and repeat those steps on the opposite side. I'm now just going to hammer nails in. I'm going to start by doing it all along that inside row on every 1/2 inch marker that I've put in. It might be, if you've got thicker nails, that you want to drill little pilot holes all the way along, but I hope these nails are thin enough not to split the wood when I hammer them in. Now you can see here I've got my first row in. I had to go outside to do the hammering because Frankie's asleep, and I'm now just going to go back outside and hammer in the parallel row of nails and just try and get them vaguely the same height. So I've got my 2 rows in here, and they might look a little bit wonky from the top, but as long as you've nailed them in at the correct points at the bottom, it doesn't matter what they look like on top because the threads are going to sit down at the bottom. I'm now going to flip it round and do exactly the same thing along this edge as well. So there you go. There is your homemade frame loom ready to put your warp onto it. I'm going to show you that in the following video, but I thought I'd keep them separate to keep things nice and simple. As ever, let me know how you've got on with it, and if you have any issues, just give me a shout in the comments below or get in touch via our website or Instagram. Cheers, guys.